There we are. Hello. Hello, hello. Greetings, nail people. My thing is kind of weird today. Hi. That's a little better. Maybe I just feel like you guys are really far away. So I'm going to scoot you closer without hopefully knocking the phone down. Hi. Sorry. My bad. Technical difficulties. I have a new phone, and so it's got a different camera in it. Okay, that's better. Hello. Hello. Oh, Robin, you're here. Well, then you're going to be very pleased about the things I have to chat about. One of the things is your nails. So while everybody joins in, hi, Robin. Yes, I did fix my light. Thank goodness. I moved it to the other side. I feel like it doesn't lighten quite as well from there, but I like the fact that you can see my sign. So this is today's cup, rocking a little latte in my mini diner cup. It's like a diner size cup. So I've got a latte going on in here. I got a latte going on. Oh, it's Friday. But yes, so on my saved things, while everybody's filtering in, this was the video posted by Ms. Robin Schwartz on her nails for the Vancouver show this weekend. And those are stilettos. So it goes very well with the topic of the week, which is what are stilettos? And yeah, so, and they're beautiful, Robin. Good job. Good job. With those real stiletto nails. Real stiletto nails. Okay, so I haven't saved a whole lot. The only thing I really wanted is all week I kept forgetting, since it's nails over coffee, I would be remiss if I did not tell you that Tammy Taylor Nails, which, if those of you who don't know, Tammy Taylor actually mixes her own colors herself for her gel polish line, which is why there's such a variety of colors and they sell out and everything. She mixes them herself. And so this collection that was just released on Monday is it's a coffee collection. And I don't know if I saved a link to it, but so I think it's called But First Coffee, and it's all shades of taupe and brown. It's 4 colors, and yeah, connections sometimes suck. You know, Lisa says my connection's so bad. You know, a lot of times I find with Periscope when I'm watching somebody and my connection sucks, if I go out and come back in, sometimes that helps. So maybe, I don't know, it's worth a try. Having a bad hair day today. Oh, look, that's what she did because I just saw her join back in. So let's see if there's anything else in here. Oh, got a good connection today. Nice, Mara. Okay, let's see what else is going on here. We covered that. Oh, this was a fun one this week. This was Shirley posting in Nail Tips for Nail Techs, and it was, does anyone else feel like they are wrestling alligators while they are working? And talking about having to grab people's, yes, Tammy Taylor is the godmother of nails, although yeah, I mean, I suppose she'd probably be okay with like fairy godmother. So talking about how we're having to constantly like drag people's hands closer to us all the time, and talking about different things that we say or do to get said clients to sit still. And my thing that I do, which is hilarious because now any clients I have who are listening to this are going to be like, check her out, man, airing her dirty laundry. But I just stop. I'll gently lift their arm and move their hand closer to me like twice. And then after that, whenever they're futzing around, like running away, because that's generally when they're running away. They don't usually run away too much if you're not hurting them. They don't generally run away too much at the table. It's when they're futzing around with stuff and you feel like you're wrangling alligators, like she said. I just stop. I set down my file and I just sit. And usually they'll give me a hand and go, oh no, go ahead. And I go, yeah, I don't need to see them, you don't. I'll look at them and go, no, it's okay, I'll wait. And then I just sit there and look at them. That usually solves the phone, wrestling, coat, purse, whatever issue that I'm having, and they sit there and give me their hands from that point on out. So, you know, I try to say it with a great deal of charm and not sound bitchy, but I'm not gonna spend my whole day leaning across the table because you can't sit still. So I roll their butts on closer and yeah. So what do you guys do to not feel like you got done wrangling alligators at the end of the day? Because I can't, man. My neck and shoulders will not, after 19 years, will go, cool, setting boundaries, right? My neck and shoulders, after 19 years, will not tolerate me doing this over a table all day while my muscles are flexed trying to pull them back. I just can't do it. So, I don't apologize for it. If somebody came in and made them sit on like a block at their desk, or they get corpse stiff, right, Monica? Nor should you, right? Stop and wait, give them the eyeball. Yeah, that's pretty much the technique I've used for about the last decade. Yeah, I mean, relax. Yeah, I mean, every once in a while you'll get a curler. They're, you know what I mean? Like you're trying to do their nails and they're going like this. And that's what plays into the, hi, I need to see them, not you. You can see them in about 40 minutes, but I need to see them right now. Or you can see them and I can just guess. I'm thinking you don't want that. Or a helper. Yeah, the helpers that they try to move their hands before you need it. And the funniest thing about this is I find that even my clients who've been my clients for like 15 years still do it. And it's funny because I go pinky to thumb, okay? Always have. It's one of those habits. It's the way I learned. So that's what I do. I go pinky to thumb, pinky to thumb. And it never fails. I have clients who've been my clients for like 15 years who I go pinky to thumb and they go to hand me that thumb, the next thumb. And I'm like, no, maybe that's what you do at home. Although I wasn't sure you did anything on your nails at home. So where did that come from? You know? And I'm like, dude, no, pinky, always pinky thumb, pinky thumb. And the more they help, the more they hinder. That is the honest truth. They think they're helping, they're so not. And that was the only reason why I was able to get that fill done in 45 minutes yesterday, was because she's done nails in the past. And she knows to just sit and relax. So she just gave me her hands. And I went to town and did what I needed to do, going from white to pink. And like all white to all pink, for those of you who are just tuning in. But if she would have been fighting me, I wouldn't have been able to do that. You should talk about, I didn't do anything, but my nail just broke. Oh, yeah. I love that. That whole, you didn't do anything? Nothing. You were just sitting on the couch, watching TV, and out of nowhere, your nail just leapt off your finger and like flew across the room and hit your husband in the head. So you weren't doing anything. And they're like, well, no, I had bumped it a couple of days ago, but it was fine. And then I was just sitting on the couch and it just fell off. And I'm like, it just fell off. So like you were sitting there on the couch watching the news, just like this, and your nail just fell off. Funny, in all these years, I've never actually seen that happen. And I've been wearing nails since I was 14 and I'm 42. And I've never had a nail just fall off. The whole thing, just all by itself. You must be a medical miracle. well, let's get it fixed, and so hopefully it won't fall off anymore. It's those things. That's why I say all the time, we are all one industry. Their regular client, it's not like it's their first rodeo, right? Yeah, because I guarantee my work, whether it's their fault or mine. So there's no benefit in not telling me what actually happened other than the shaming factor. So, and I'm not too big on that. I mean, I'm sort of like, I don't know if it's just the years I've been doing or whatever, but I'm like, shit, whatever, life happens. But, we've all heard our fair share of car doors and kitchen drawers and, all that kind of stuff with lotion on their hands or whatever. So, I don't tend to freak out about too much anymore, but I guarantee all my work for their normal time period, whether it's their fault or mine, but we just say, like, they'll go, oh, this nail, I have one repair. And I'm like, oh, well, what happened there? Did it hurt? And they'll go, yeah, it was my fault. Or they'll go, no, it didn't hurt at all. It started lifting and then it just kind of came off. And it's like, and then I can look at it and go, yeah, that's probably what happened. We're nail techs doing salon nails. I mean, this is not competition. Jewels, not tools. That's a fact. I had one client, I don't know if I ever told you guys this story. I had one client who used to go 4 weeks in between appointments, which was annoying enough. And she used to have really long nails that she wore in really sharp ovals and every 4 weeks, which was hard enough, right? But she was a total, work on her car girl. She'd be out chopping wood on the weekends or whatever. And I'm like, dude, you're kidding me. Well, finally she calls me one day and she was like, yeah, for my fill today, you might need extra time because I have 2 that are broken really badly. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll book an extra 15 minutes. I happen to have it. So I'll book an extra 15 minutes and that way we can make sure. But it's been 4 weeks, so it's going to cost you an extra $14. But anyway, so I booked out the extra time. And when she got in, I looked at how they were broken. And they were broken like a jaggle thing going on. And I was like, what did you do? Because this ain't my fault. What did you do? And she was like, well, my car broke down on the side of the road. And I was like, oh, did you have to change a tire or whatever? She's like, actually, my carburetor's been giving me problems and I didn't have a screwdriver. She really did. No shit. Work on her carburetor using her fingernails as her screwdriver on the side of the freeway. Seriously? We talk about jewels, not tools? Oh my God. Carry a screwdriver in your car. If you know you're that kind of person, carry a screwdriver in your car. If you wear your nails super long and you always have a card for something, carry tweezers so you can pull the card out of places. If you're always dropping coins, carry a card so you can slide it up underneath the coins. Don't hate. I've done that. Of course you have, Michelle. And that's a testimony to how tough your work is. Right? Oh my God. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Michelle chimed in and said, don't hate. I've done that. See, and here's the deal. If I do that on my work that I have to fix, that's one thing. But if somebody else was doing my nails, you can sure as hell bet, maybe MMA will do it. No, just break their natural nail. You can sure as hell bet that I would never be able to walk into my nail tech and say, oh, well, I couldn't find a screwdriver and I had to fix my car, so sorry. I love you, Michelle. You always make me laugh. Well, I am glad to be able to make you laugh, my dear. It's one of my missions in life. So, oh my gosh, it's like crazy client Friday is what we should call this. So let me pull up my my stuff and see if let's see. I have a message from Paul from Glam Up Nails. An interesting topic of debate is due to my digging electrical certification of equipment. It applies to sellers UL are similar in the US and CSA are similar in Canada. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to actually, Paul, you know what? This is talking about the different UL certifications, CSA certifications, those kind of things for the vent systems and everything we use. I'm going to dig into that a little more because I can certainly understand your frustration with that. I think the liability issue is, that's a big deal. If we're going to put an electrical piece of equipment in our livelihood, now my insurance covers $10,000 of property damage, but there's a lot of people who don't, and that they carry just the minimum liability insurance only. And if something was to go wrong with the electrical unit that you have and do some real damage, you could be seriously screwed. And so we don't think about those things a lot when we're a nail tech, but we kind of need to, because you know, you can't have your whole shop burning down. So I'm going to look into that a little more. Let's see. Oh, here it is. But first, coffee, gel collection polish. I did save the link. Let's see if we can get a picture of it up here. There we go. There's the colors. Kind of hard to see, of course, through the screen, but there's the colors of the Geligance gel polish. And she's got a little video up here. So TammyTaylorNails.com. And I think they're on special this week. Let's see. How about, what's this? I just go through and save things and then see how the conversations develop a lot of the time. So, wondering what this is Aubrey and Nail Tips for Nail Techs, wondering what everyone's thoughts on giving cash refunds on nail services. Example, client is unhappy with design or color, something like that. No missing nails or anything wrong with the application. I always fix breaks or lifting free within the 2 weeks, and I'm willing to tweak the design if I have the time, no charge, but I don't give a refund in cash normally ever. Do others? And I think that, because Crystal Nail Artist made a really good point, one of the defining things between services and products is services can't be resold. Once the time is gone, it's gone forever. You can't put it on a shelf and sell it later. You can't return it and sell it again. So that's one of the biggest deciding factors on when you determine whether you're a service business or a product business. So being a service business, because we actually can't get the time back, we really shouldn't be giving refunds. So I agreed with most of the people on this that, no refunds here, that I'll offer to schedule and fix as long as I'm still fixing my work. If you go home and you soak them off, that's it. If I can't see what went wrong with them, I'm not guaranteeing anything. No refunds, none here either. And I'll fix things. I try to fix it before they leave the chair a lot like that. But I'll give them a gift certificate for a free for a pedicure if I had to, but I'm not giving them cash back. I can't get the time back. And for some people, it's worth giving them an alternate service. Okay, now if it's my fault, that's different. If it's my fault, then I'll fix it as long as I have to make it right. So I have one client who I was working in a space where I couldn't do acrylic. And she came to me for a full set, and I did it with gel. And she was a client who she has really wide, sort of flat nail beds, big hands, and she's a barista. She needs acrylic. But I used gel on her and it held up for like a week, but that's not going to work. And so I brought her back in and I did another full set with a UV acrylic because it was odorless. And we got about a week and a half out of that. And then I did gel polish on her just to have something on her nails. And just said, you know what? we're going to have to wait until I get into a place I can do regular acrylic on you. So when we get into a place I can do regular acrylic on you, I owe you one. And because I handled it that way, when I got into a place that I could do regular acrylic, I was able to call her and say, hey, I can do regular acrylic now and I still owe you a set. And she came in and I did her nails that time and her nails stayed on great. And she's been my returning client again ever since. And so, I mean, there is, you go with your gut. But there is people that it's worth doing that for. But some people, no. I don't do well with the deal seekers. Thoughts on odorless acrylic? I like the idea of it. I left before I would have ever had, okay, there's two different kinds. I used to be an educator for a product manufacturer. Some of you guys know, years and years and years ago. I quit in 2001. And we had an odorless line then. And odorless acrylic is a lot more lightweight and flexible, like a really rigid gel. So I notice that the end result of what I do with my Masterworks gel now is not so different than the end result of my odorless product done then. Now, this odorless acrylic I used this last time was a UV odorless acrylic, which was kind of cool in concept. I think it would need some fine tuning, but pardon me, it was really cool because you put it down on the nail form and you started pushing and patting and use it really dry like you do with a lot of odorlesses, right? You started moving it around and then you flash cured it for 10 seconds in your UV light. And it made it work almost exactly like traditional acrylic. It's like the photo initiators needed to kick in to get it going. And then you could put it where you want, do your smile line, all that kind of stuff. And then same thing with the pink. And so it took a little longer, but not a lot longer. And then you could, it would start to set up so that you could squeeze a C-curve. And then you could put all 5 nails into the lamp for a full cure. Now, its full cure was a little longer than I liked in this particular brand. It was 3 minutes, which is a really long time when you're not working with 2 lamps. So if it was something that I was doing all the time, I would definitely have 2 lamps. But I mean, the odorless acrylic thing, if on an odorless acrylic, you should have the tacky residue left because anything that's odorless will leave you an inhibition layer. It's kind of the nature of the beast. And with gels and everything, because there's such a slick surface underneath, we just clean it right off with alcohol. Well, if you spray the surface of an odorless nail, acrylic nail, with 99% alcohol, even 70% alcohol, and let it dry for a second while you're getting your files and everything out, you're able to just, on your first pass, roll that inhibition layer right off. And when you can do that, the product that's left behind, much like gel, is really pretty easy to shape and to file. So I don't hate it. I like really rigid acrylic, and I am fast set. Fast. Can't get it fast enough. 90 degrees in the summertime with a fast set product, and I'm in heaven. So, but that's just me. That's just me. Kind of a weirdo like that. I don't want to fiddle around with it any more than I have to. How do people wear their nails the same for 2 weeks? Oh my God. I am so tired of these. And I still don't know what I think about the tire tracks. But I am so sick of my nails. Oh my gosh. How do clients go 2, 3, 4 weeks without changing their nails? It's awful. I don't know how they do it. There's no way. I would have to be at home changing my color. I wouldn't be able to wear gel polish. I would have to wear regular polish because I would have to be able to change my color after a week. I don't know if it's just that I'm old school or I have color commitment issues. I can't wear any more than 2 days. The longer you do nails, Mara, you get over that. So I definitely understand the not wanting to do them like every other day or every third day. I get that. But I also can't wear them for weeks either. So my next go around, I'm hoping to get to them this weekend, is I have the UV suspension gel that Tiffany Cordoza sent me from Cordoza Beauty Supply, and it's made by Elegant Glass Nails. And it's a gel that you can mix pigments and glitters and everything in, and they don't sink in it. They stay suspended, and you can mix pigments in it to make it a color and all that kind of stuff. And it can be used on natural nails, and it can be used on enhancements. Of course, I'm going to use mine over my enhancements. But my goal is to mix a blue, like the Disneyland 60th anniversary blue, and pave a nail with some rhinestones. And I'm going to attempt the Disney D, but don't hold me to that one because that's not something I do very well. But so I'm going to be trying that out hopefully this weekend. I don't know if I'm going to bring you guys on Periscope for that. Depends on how it goes. My gel polish never lasts a week. And again, you know what? I think that was Mara who just said that. It's just being new. It's all about getting the true cuticle, the skin that stuck to the nail, totally gone. Making sure that you get the whole nail plate, including under the free edge, temporarily dehydrated. That's all, and you know, keeping the margin along the sidewalls and getting the free edge capped. And some of it has to do with brand. Some brands require more buffing on the natural nail to get them to stick. Some require none. And so that's just practice. And that's practice with whatever your chosen line is. Because, hi everybody who's coming in. It's because I can't take the Zoom so long. Okay, well, then there's nothing we can do about that. Then you got to just take that off. But yeah, 2 weeks is sort of my max. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know. Tire tracks. I don't know. I don't know what I feel about that. These were the art screens from Young Nails. Oh my gosh. Young Nails and the dipping system. So I got nail mail yesterday from my nail friend Johnny, and she sent me a Back Scratchers Extreme Glaze dipping kit that she had sitting around that she wasn't using. And so she gifted that to me so I could play with the dipping kit, because I really wanted the little purple dish that they use to dip into. And I got to tell you, for those of you who think that dipping systems are just like cheap and easy and that's why everybody does them, try doing one like you see in some of those videos sometime. With the Back Scratchers way, it wasn't so hard with just the all clear, because you dip your finger like this into their little powder holder, not the big jar, and you dip your finger in this way. With all clear, it wasn't so bad. It still wasn't great, but it wasn't so bad. Trying to slide your nail in to be able to get that perfect white smile line, slide your nail into the white powder, and then put the glaze over and stuff like that. Not as easy as it looks to get the pink and the white right. Not as easy as it looks. And I was talking about it on a friend's Facebook page that I can definitely see the use for these dipping systems. I personally, I've done fiberglass nails the whole time. I preferred Elegant Glass when I was training because I like brush-on activators, but I've used Back Scratchers for a long time because it was what we used in the spa too, which is a spray-on activator system. And I find that I like brush-on activators better than spray-on. So I think part of my problem with the Back Scratchers Extreme Glaze Kit is the spray-on glaze dryer. I think that if I was using another brand like SNS or one of the other systems, it looks like Young Nails, that uses a brush-on activator, I would probably be happier with that. But yeah, it's not as easy as you think. And the cool thing is with the back scratchers, it only requires prep on the nail with a 600 grit file, which is pretty comparable to any other. It's like fiberglass or silk nails, but with powder instead of mesh for strength. And they're super thin and they're really natural looking. And so with spray-on activator, I'd always get hard cured bubbles that needed filing. Yeah, see, I prefer a brush-on activator. It takes a little longer and you mess up more brushes, but to me, it saves it on the backside with the not filing as much part. It just never seems as smooth with a spray-on activator as it is with a brush-on. But so people need to stop bashing on the dipping nails. They're fast. They're fairly inexpensive. They're fast once you've practiced them. They require very little filing. They require no primers, no prep to the natural nail. Like, I can definitely see where there is a use for this product. Enough that I'm going to continue to futz around with it and see if I can find a way to make it work. The biggest thing I think of is, especially as we're losing brands like Brisa Light for soak-off gels and stuff like that, the other soak-off gels we're left with are, I don't mean to say it, but they're expensive. And if you're wanting to just be able to provide an inexpensive, affordable service for people who are getting their nails done for prom or those kind of things where you're going to put on tips and you're going to do something on them and they're way more interested in the swirly designs you're going to do afterward than the base color you're putting on them or whatever, I can totally see a place for this in a business model. So, you know, no bagging on that, man. Like, I'm definitely going to practice because, like I said, I think that it's definitely a service that has a use depending on your clientele. And you could absolutely, if you could knock out a set of these in a half an hour because you got good at them, to be able to do. Now, imagine this from a marketing perspective. Imagine this. You're a salon in a shopping mall, and you can offer a 30-minute full set with tips, nail enhancement that doesn't have any primer, doesn't require prep on the natural nail, and is going to look like a natural nail and is available in 100 colors. And you can offer that for $25. Well, if your product cost on that is only a couple dollars and you're getting 2 of those in and out an hour, if you're running a low cost business model, there's nothing wrong with that. So, you know, just something to think about the next time, you know, bagging on the dipping system nails that have walked into your salon. I did get my first thing today that's going to be up on the University of Nails store by Monday, which is super cool, which are soak-off bags. So I will be doing a Periscope video on that and getting that up on the University of Nails and getting those up in the University of Nails store. They're going to be 100 soak-off bags for $10 with free shipping. So yeah, those will be up by Monday. And I'll do a little Periscope video on what to do with them. So I think that's it. Are we it? Oh yeah, we're it. It's 2:34. So, well, I hope I brought some entertainment and giggles to your Friday or Saturday if you're in New Zealand. And stilettos. I showed your stilettos. What about stilettos? The fact that nobody calls them the right thing? Were you here when I went on my rant about that, Robin? These are stilettos. And let me pull up the picture. I'll see you, Robin. You'll have to go back and look. And these are not stilettos. Not stilettos. Those are not stilettos. And let's see. The difference between stiletto and almond, according to Suki, which I absolutely love this picture. I put it up in the comment section below on that day's video. These are coffin nails. Coffin. Coffin. Not ballerina. Coffin versus ballerina nails. This is coffin. Not stiletto. This is ballerina. Ballerina. Coffin versus ballerina nails. And then we are back, of course, to Robin's stilettos. Although I think I might have actually saved a few pictures of stilettos for that too. Oh, there we go. Stilettos. Stilettos. Coffin. Ballerina. I swear, I'm trying to come up with something to do that will be more interactive for the consumer to be able to know the difference between nail shapes, because none of these stupid nail shape charts were clearly done by a nail tech, although we can't necessarily agree either. It seems like a lot of us can agree. So I don't know. There's got to be some sort of a game I can come up with, or, you know, Lisa Comfort was a producer. Maybe I can get Lisa to figure out some nail tech game show on Oxygen or something for me to do. Wouldn't that be fun? Anywho, where we're not like, it's not for nail techs, it's for customers about nails. That could be a fun game show premise. Anyway, guys, it's Friday afternoon. It's the end of my Nails Over Coffee week. I'll be back on Monday with some new antics from over the weekend. And make sure you turn on notifications and you follow me on Periscope because, yeah, have a good weekend, Robin. Because I will, if I'm doing something interesting this weekend, dude, my toes need to be done. My nails need to be done. My daughter's nails need to be done. I've got products to test. I've got stuff to put together. So make sure you follow me on Periscope so that when I go live, you get a notification. And turn your push notifications on. And then that way, if you're just sitting around doing nothing and I go live, you'll be like, hey, Michelle's live. I think I'm going to see what she's up to. So, all right, guys. Cheers. And I will see you on Monday on the same bat time, same bat channel, unless I catch you over the weekend while I'm doing something nail-tastic. I have clients tomorrow morning, but. So, everybody say goodbye. 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 Goodbye.